What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue and Cooking, and let me tell you, it has been a while since I've had a chance to do a cooking video. I've been on the road basically about the last 45 days, so I'm going to dip my toe in the pool on something a little simple to make but really good. I did just whip this together the other night, but I want this to even be better than what my last recipe was, so let's get into this. What I'm going to be doing today is we're going to be doing an Old Bay rub salmon and asparagus foil wrap. Our ingredients are going to be, we have some salmon, I already have them cut into the portion sizes that I'd like. I have some asparagus and I've cut off the rough end of that. Basically, if you took asparagus and bend it where it breaks is basically where you're going to want that to be cut at. Our Old Bay rub. Now this Old Bay rub is a little bit different than Old Bay seasoning. It does have a little bit of brown sugar in it, so it does have a little bit of sweetness, which does pair nicely with salmon. We have some butter that I have softened, and we have some lemons that I have sliced. Now this is going to be one of those simple recipes. Like I said, we're just dipping our toe into the pool on this. We're just eyeballing this. We have our butter that's been kind of softened. We're going to work in our Old Bay seasoning until we make almost kind of like a compound butter out of it. Okay, so I have that seasoning worked into the butter, and it's not completely melted. We could actually roll this into almost a stick if we'd like, but we're not going to necessarily need to do that. Now I am using this Old Bay. Use whatever seasoning that you like with it. And one thing I like about this recipe is this is one of those things that you can kind of make ahead, throw it in the refrigerator, and in my case, wait for my wife to get home, and then we're going to throw it in the oven. So I'm going to set aside our butter, our lemon, and our seasoning. And we are going to get a couple of these foil wraps made. I'm going to roll my sleeves up, and we're going to just go ahead and use our hands with this. So now I probably have a little bit more foil here than is necessary, but get whatever portion you want on there. As much of the asparagus that you want. And now I'm just gonna put a dab on this salmon, and it's gonna melt completely over this. Just a little bit over our asparagus. And then we're gonna wrap it up. So like I said, this is probably a little bit more foil than you need, but listen, I'm rusty, so like I said, I'm working myself back into this kitchen. So I folded the foil up to the top. Now I'm just kind of rolling it down onto the salmon and asparagus. And we're going to roll up our edges. Thing I forgot before I let you go, just add a little slice of lemon on there if you have it. Just a little subtle hint of citrus is going to really set this dish off. So I did add that on the other ones I wrapped up earlier. Like I said, we're going to get this in the oven about 30 minutes, 20 minutes before my wife gets home, 400 degrees. So see you back then. So guys, we had this in the oven at 400 degrees. I only let it go 15 minutes. I thought that was going to be enough. Then I let it sit for about 3 minutes to kind of cool off a little bit. So let's open it up. Take a look. Alright guys, that's what we're looking like right there. I'm going to plate this stuff up. I'm going to see if I can get my big head boy to come up here and do a taste test with me. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, you guys asked for it. We got Mason back in here for another taste test. For those of you guys that haven't seen Mason before, this is my son. He's about 4'6" with about a foot long head. Anyway, we're about to get into this. Let's go ahead and dig in. Now the video is on the salmon. You don't gotta, well, I guess the asparagus too.
That salmon's nice and tender. The sauce on top is real nice, and it's just so soft. It's amazing.
And like I said, that sauce was just butter and Old Bay seasoning. The asparagus was cooked perfectly. Not overcooked. My wife was in the back laughing about something that just happened on a telemarketing call that I did. Somebody, well, anyway. Hey, listen, if you're looking for a quick, simple, easy recipe, hook this up. I happen to be serving this with a little bit of mashed potatoes on the side. I'm telling you, 3 words, delicious. I'm out.